Welcome to Reading Corner. As you know, we're going to be reading a book about Chinese New Year. This book has a story about Ruby, and she is delivering a special letter to her grandmother. And these animals, well, they're going to help her out. So let's read. And as we're reading, I want you to notice all the color and the different decorations that are used to celebrate Chinese New Year. Ruby's Chinese New Year. Every year, Ruby's grandmother came to visit for Chinese New Year. Together, they celebrated eating special foods and making drawings for good luck. But this year, grandmother was unable to travel. She would miss spending the holiday with Ruby. And so Ruby made a decision. If grandmother could not come to Ruby, Ruby would go to grandmother. Ruby drew the most beautiful picture of her family seated around a table full of noodles, dumplings, fish, vegetables, and holiday sweets. A gift for grandmother. She folded the red paper, tucked it into a red envelope, and slipped it into her pocket. Then she set off. I'm noticing that red is an important color. Not far down the path, Ruby spied Cat and Rat. Hello, Cat and Rat. I'm taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along? Yes, of course, said the cat. But how will we cross the meadow and the pond? Let's ask Ox, said Rat. She's so strong and dependable. And so Cat and Rat and Ruby continued on their way. Ox was walking along the path to the farmer's house. On her back, she carried packages of rice cakes and candies, sweet treats for the new year. Hello, Ox, called Rat and Cat. We are taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along? I would be happy to, said Ox. Climb on my back. We will make the journey together. And so, Ox, Cat, and Rat and Ruby continued on their way. Before the group had taken 2 steps, Tiger and Rabbit bounded out of the bushes. That means they came out really fast and excited. Streamers were flying behind them. Hello, Tiger. Hello, Rabbit, said Ox. We are taking a gift for Chinese New Year to grandmother. Would you like to come along? Oh, yes, that sounds fun, said Tiger and Rabbit in unison. And so Cat took a seat on Tiger's powerful back, and Rat perched between Rabbit's soft, friendly ears. Together, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat, and Rat, and don't forget Ruby, continued on their way. They soon passed Dragon and Snake, who were making paper lanterns. Hello, friends. Where are you off to? Asked Snake. We are taking a gift to grandmother, said Tiger. Would you like to come along? Of course I would. Snake loved grandmother and was happy to visit her. We will bring the lantern, said Snake. Will you come too, Dragon? Asked Rabbit. Of course, said Dragon, who was always ready for an adventure. So Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. Wow, look at those lanterns. They're the color red. And they're taking all those animals to visit grandmother. As they walked along, Ruby saw Horse and Goat grazing in the meadow. Hello, said Dragon and Snake. We are taking a gift to grandmother. Would you like to come along? What do you think Horse is gonna say? Yes, that's right. Yes, said Horse and Goat together. First, they gathered flowers from the meadow. Then Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. After a short while, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby, that's a lot, reached the pond where Monkey and Rooster were catching fish for the holiday feast. And through the shrubs just on the other side, Ruby could see grandmother's house. Yay! With a leap and a bound, Ruby dove into the pond. She would swim to grandmother's. She was so close. But look what's happening. Oh no! They're all going in the water to try to help save the letter. Ruby's face, look, it doesn't have any words, so we read the picture. She's saying, oh no, my letter for grandmother. We traveled all this way. When Ruby finally reached the other side of the pond, monkey and rooster, horse and goat, dragon, snake, tiger and rabbit, ox and cat and rat were waiting with her card for grandmother. Oh no, cried Ruby, it's ruined. Everything is ruined. It's not ruined, crowed Rooster. We have fish, said Monkey, and flowers, said Horse and Goat. We have lanterns, said Dragon and Snake, and streamers, added Tiger and Rabbit. We have rice cakes and sweets, said Ox. And we have our family, said Cat and Rat, looking toward the house. As Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby turned to look, Dog and Pig came racing out to greet them. They covered Ruby's face with kisses and tickled her until she shrieked with joy. The door opened and grandmother appeared. Ruby, what a wonderful surprise, said grandmother. I brought you a gift for Chinese New Year, said Ruby, but it's wet and ruined. Don't worry, said grandmother, it will dry, and seeing you and your friends today is the best gift of all. Together, let's say all the animals one more time. Dog and pig, monkey and rooster, horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, rat, Ruby, and grandmother laid out their table. Everyone was ready to celebrate Chinese New Year, except for Cat, who had fallen fast asleep. Wow, look at that table. And look at those decorations, all that yummy food to celebrate Chinese New Year. Wow, I'm so glad they went to visit grandmother. And this is all about the Chinese zodiac and all the animals that are part of that. And I noticed that the color red was very important. And also, I really like those lanterns they made. I thought we could make a lantern that you can hang up in your house to celebrate this very important day. Let me show you how to make it. To make your lantern, you'll need some red paper. If you don't have red paper, you can just use white paper and you can color it red. And you can make lots in different colors if you want to. And you need a hole punch, scissors, some string or pipe cleaner, and tape, or even a stapler or glue will work too. So the kind of lantern we're making looks like this, and I'm gonna show you how to fold it and cut it. And then you can get your grown-up to help you make it into the lantern shape. Okay, so to get started, we're gonna start by folding. Okay, so take your paper. We're gonna fold it the long ways. Sometimes people say we're folding it like a hot dog. That makes me giggle. So we're folding it the long ways, and you can see the fold is right here. Now, you can ask your grown-up to help you with this part. You could draw some lines on here, and then you can practice cutting them, or you can just cut. It's very important though, you're not gonna cut all the way to the edge. You're gonna stop so that it doesn't fall apart. So let me show you. So you're just gonna kind of cut up and stop. Do you see how I stopped before I got to the edge there? So it stays together. Do some more. This is a pretty simple craft, and it makes really pretty lanterns. The perfect decoration for Lunar New Year. Okay, so now if you open it, you'll see it looks like this. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take these ends now and you're gonna wrap it around so it becomes a round shape. And this is where you might need a little bit of help. So we're gonna match those up, and I'm gonna take some tape now, and I'm gonna tape this end. And now I'm gonna tape the other end. It might help if you have an extra set of hands to hold it and one person can tape it. Okay, and wow, my lantern's almost done. Now to make it a hanging lantern, I'm gonna put some, I'm gonna put some hole punches here so I can put a string at the top. Okay, and I happen to have this string, but on this one, I used a pipe cleaner, which worked just as well. So really, whatever you have around to make it hang up will work perfectly. Let's see if I can get this cut. Okay, and then I'm gonna put one string through there. I'm gonna tie it. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And if you want, you could even, before you cut your paper, you could decorate it. You could add some gold or yellow on it to make it a little bit fancier. There's so many different things you can do to make these lanterns special. And there we go, we made a paper lantern. I hope you like learning about the Chinese zodiac animals in our story about Ruby. And I also hope you will hang up your paper lanterns and celebrate the Lunar New Year. And to end, I want to say to you, Happy New Year in Mandarin. 新年快乐. Bye, and I'll see you next time.